Hi, Ryan Thompson here. Today we're going to take a few moments to talk about the details of the LifeVantage compensation plan. Now, we're going to talk about how dynamic compression works. I also want to share with you some of the business rules that go into some of our bonuses that you may or may not be aware of, that are important for you as you learn how to maximize your earnings. Now, our compensation plan really is the most balanced, aggressive, and lucrative compensation plan in the network marketing industry. In fact, many of our top earners have never done network marketing before. Now, you can personally earn up to 59.9% on your own group, and the company pays up to 51% on the total global commissionable sales volume. First, let's go ahead and talk about dynamic compression. Now, there are a number of other types of compensation plans that utilize different forms of compression, such as basic compression, which simply moves volume upward based on an activity. Dynamic compression, it rewards you based on what your rank is. In other words, it rewards you based on what your personal productivity is. So let's go ahead and jump into this example. As you can see from this graphic, we have 17 levels. We're going to go ahead and show you what happens when an order is placed on the 17th level and how that pays out. Based on this example that you see here, Dean's going to place an order. We're going to cut this into 9 different pieces. In other words, it's earmarked to pay out 9 different times to 9 qualified individuals. Level 1 payout is going to pay directly to Raymond, an independent distributor. We look at Diana. Diana is also an independent distributor, so we will pay 5% to Diana. And we look upward at Yuko, who's a Pro 1. Therefore, we pay Yuko the 9%. Maria is also a Pro 1. It skips Maria because a Pro 1 can only earn on their 3rd level. So we continue upward. Is Jose qualified to earn that level 4 payout? He is not. So we continue upward looking at Mary. Mary is in fact a Pro 2 and received the 5% payout. So we look upline from Mary at Michelle, who is in fact a Pro 2 and therefore not qualified to earn level 5 payout. We continue looking upward at Fred, who is also a Pro 2 and therefore not qualified to earn level 5 payout. We continue looking upward from Fred at Moses, who in fact is a Pro 4, therefore is qualified to earn that level 5 payout and receives the 5%. Continuing this process, we look upline from Moses at Larry, who is a Pro 4, and Larry receives the 5%. Continuing this process, we look at Larry's upline at David, who is a Pro 4. Now, David, as a Pro 4, is not qualified to earn level 7 payout. David's upline is Mark, who is a Pro 5, and therefore receives that level 7 payout of 5%. Bob is Mark's upline, a Pro 5, is not qualified to earn level 8 payout because you must be a Pro 6 or above to receive the level 8 payout, and so we continue to look upward. Upline from Bob is Joe, who is a Pro 5, and therefore not qualified to earn level 8 payout because he is not at least a Pro 6. Upline from Joe is Steve, who is a Pro 7. Now as a Pro 7, he is qualified to earn level 8 payout and therefore receives the 5%. Upline from Steve is Phyllis, who is a Pro 3, who is not qualified to earn level 9 payout, and so we continue to look upward, and there you are. You're a Pro 10. And you are qualified to earn that level 9 payout of 2%. So as you can see, we've taken an order which took place on the 17th level, divided it into 9 pieces, and paid it to 9 qualified individuals, qualified by their rank. Next, let's go ahead and talk about business centers. Some of you may already have a 2nd and even a 3rd business center. The purpose of us giving you the option to have additional business centers is because a business center is simply another account that is under your name. So if your name is Bob, you'll receive Bob BC2 when you hit the rank of Premier Pro 4, and when you hit the rank of Premier Pro 6, we give you the opportunity to have a 3rd business center, which we'll call Bob BC3. Now, a distributorship is an asset that may be willed, granted, sold, or gifted. And therefore, we give you the opportunity to open a 2nd and even a 3rd business center so that you will have additional assets that you're building as you grow your organization. And as you mature as a distributor and as you mature in rank, you will find useful purposes for these business centers. So let's go ahead and jump into this, and I'll explain to you exactly how they work. When you attain the rank of Premier Pro 4, we give you a second business center. Now, the second business center must auto-populate to your front line. In other words, you cannot place this anywhere in your organization. And the way you activate this position is simply with an active auto ship. In other words, it must have a minimum of 100 PV auto ship. Let me clarify. With your personal account, you may have as little as simply a single bottle of Protandim that you are purchasing each and every month, and your preferred customers may make up the rest. In other words, they may make up the difference between your 40 PV and a minimum of 100 PV. So you may have two preferred customers, each of whom are purchasing one bottle of Protandim. That will give you 120 PV and qualify you for a check. Now, you can't do that with your second business center. In fact, your second business center must have a minimum of 100 PV auto ship in order for that business center to qualify for a check. And the same is the case with your third business center. Let's talk about what your business centers are qualified to earn. Your second and your third business center do not personally enroll anybody because you are, in fact, the owner of your second and third business center. So you are the personal enroller and you earn Fast Start. That is not paid to your second or third business center. Your second and third business center do not earn matching bonus either because once again, you are the personal enroller of your personal enrollees and qualify for the matching bonus on those. However, your second and third business center do earn the royalty bonus and also may qualify for the elite bonus. Now, once you've enrolled your second or third business center and you've activated their position with an auto ship, following their first month of enrollment, in other words, on the 15th of the following month, you then may change the enroller of the preferred customers to your second or your third business center, which then will offset the expense of the auto ship. You'll notice from our rank advancement requirements that we do give you the minimum requirement that you need to fulfill in order to rank advance, but it's exactly that. It's the minimum requirement. Many of our field leaders teach a minimum of 5 legs or 6 legs or 7 legs or more. And this is really sound advice because as this duplicates away from you, you're simply going to have much more volume to earn on if you're duplicating with 5 legs versus 3 legs. As you duplicate with 5 legs, you're going to have rank advancements taking place within each one of those legs. Now, you're going to continue to get paid on this as they grow and expand, and you're going to have volume that gets dynamically compressed up to you. Now, if you compare that to the alternative of duplicating only 3 legs, you'll see that as more people start rank advancing within those legs, they will then be paid on volume that was previously dynamically compressing past them. Okay? So they can in fact pull volume back down to them, right? Which is good because it will keep them engaged and reward them for productivity and for doing the right thing. But your insurance policy against a slowing residual check is to simply duplicate with more width. So my recommendation to maximize your earnings is to go wide. This is why we also require you to place your second business center directly on your front line, and your third business center auto-populates directly in front of your second business center. You may also move that directly to you, making that your fourth and your fifth leg. So make sure that you're putting into place some good practices that when duplicated over the long term are going to pay you residually for many, many years to come. All right, now let's go ahead and talk about some finite business rules that, like I said earlier, you may or may not be aware of. Let's talk about the Fast Start bonus. A lot of people ask us, well, what's the qualification period in order to earn Fast Start bonus? What we do when you personally enroll somebody is the computer automatically looks back 7 weeks and calculates the total number of personal orders that have transacted by you personally within the 7 weeks prior to that enrollment. So it will take each one of your orders, whether you have auto ship orders or spot orders, add that amount up, and that will determine the percentage on which you earn on your personal enrollee. So if you have less than 200 PV but greater than 100 PV, you're going to qualify for 30% on the enrollment of any new distributor. But if the cumulative amount of volume of your personal enrollments in the previous 7 weeks is 200 PV or greater, then you will earn 40% on your new enrollment, provided you enrolled with a Vantage Pack. Now, with preferred customers, you will earn 30% when you personally enroll a preferred customer. But like I said, the computer automatically looks back 7 weeks, totals the amount of PV purchases that you have made as well as your preferred customers, add that up to determine the percentage or rate at which you're paid on your personal distributor enrollments. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the matching bonus. Now, we talk about the matching bonus in the first compensation plan video, but now I want to talk more specifically about the qualification requirement for the matching bonus. We do require that you personally enroll at least one distributor or preferred customer with 100 PV each month in order to qualify for the matching bonus in any given month. Now, we require this until you attain the rank of Elite Pro 7. Now, this is paid as Elite Pro 7. This does not mean that you hit it once and then drop down to Elite Pro 6 and not have to then enroll somebody with 100 PV in order to earn the matching bonus. You must be paid as Elite Pro 7 or above in order for this qualification requirement to be removed. Now, we don't add up the volume or the PV amount from PCs to get 100 PV. You must, in fact, have at least one person enrolled each month who personally has a purchase of 100 PV. The reason for this is because we want to show intent to do the business by this person. This is a leadership bonus. Its purpose is to create a vested interest in you to personally work with your personal enrollees. In other words, create an incentive for you to grow the business. So we need that person to show intent to do the business. Now, 100 PV means that they will be qualified for commissions, which is why we have this requirement in place. Let's go ahead and talk about negative adjustments. Some of you may notice in your check summary a negative adjustment there. That negative adjustment is simply volume that's been taken out of your check based on product that's been returned. Now, this is product that was purchased from a previous commission period or a prior month that you have been paid on. If that product is returned by anybody in your organization, so long as you've been paid on it and it shows up in your check summary as a negative adjustment. Finally, it's been a pleasure to spend a few moments with you to talk about the details of the compensation plan. I hope that this information was useful for you. If you have any additional questions, please contact Distributor Support. If you're a Premier Pro 5 or above, contact your Premier Account Manager or you're an Elite Account Manager, because they've been trained, each and every one, on the details and the intricacies of the compensation plan to help you better understand what you need to do to maximize your earnings of the LifeVantage compensation plan. I can't wait to see you succeed. I can't wait to see you on stage at an upcoming event. I will see you all at the top. Thank you very much.